LeBron, I know you've expressed frustration at inability to develop chemistry during this stretch, but during that fourth quarter run, did you see things that you can build upon moving forward?
Yeah, we had a lineup in there that just played hard, played fast, covered for one another, and we shared the ball and was able to knock down some shots. It definitely helps, when you can kind of get the defense there and keep them off balance a little bit by making some shots. We weren't able to do that in the third quarter, and that's why they jumped onto that lead.
You add Stanley on a 10-day contract. You get Malik back. What did those guys provide for you in terms of energy tonight?
You just said it, energy and effort. And, I thought Stanley was phenomenal today, just taking the challenge on James. And obviously James did what he does, but I think he just took the challenge. And then for Malik being out the week and a half or 2 weeks, didn't like he missed a beat. So we definitely needed that.
Hey, LeBron. Merry Christmas, first of all.
Merry Christmas to all of you.
What's the disconnect like over these last 4 games as you've been able to play very well, especially offensively, and the team hasn't been able to win or to muster enough to get there? I guess, how are you processing those kind of separate things?
I don't really care about the way I play if it comes in a loss. When I'm on the floor, I'm just trying to do my part and more. Hold myself accountable, hold my teammates accountable when I'm on the floor, and that's all I can ask for myself.
Ron, you've dealt with a lot over your 19,000 years in the NBA. Well, you know what I mean. How are you processing this? How are you dealing with this, all that's going on? 5-game losing streak now, guys in and out of the lineup, no coach, different voice. How is this something for you to deal with at this stage?
You just take every day and find ways that you get better every single day. If it's a game, if it's a practice, if it's a film session, if it's an off day, I don't take my mind too much away from the game. Obviously, even this morning, Merry Christmas to all y'all families and things of that nature, and it was phenomenal to see, be with my kids and seeing them opening their gifts and having a great time. And at the same time, I had the game on the TV. So my mind is always in tune with what's going on. My mind was thinking about, the Nets and prepping for the Nets. So, I'm just a guy that just lives in the moment and, don't care too much about the past because that's history. And just, living today. Tomorrow's a mystery, so you just got to live in the present.
LeBron, obviously Russ is bringing energy and wants to win, but when he kind of has a shooting night like he has tonight, what do you kind of see in that? What is sort of between him and the kind of performances that he wants to have for this team?
What are you asking? I don't quite understand your question.
I guess, okay, Coach Fizz was just saying, he's feeling a lot of pressure with guys out. Maybe my question is, do you see that as well, and do you see that affecting how he plays?
I think he had an off shooting night. He missed so many shots around the rim that he's been accustomed to making throughout his career and throughout the season. Not worried about too much of that. I think his decision-making was spectacular tonight. He had 11 assists. He had 12 rebounds, 5 of them offensive. And we know we're not one of the better offensive rebounding teams in this league. So he gave us extra possessions. He just missed a lot of looks around the basket, which I know that he can't stand as well. But, as far as the effort piece, if a guy plays hard and a guy leaves it on the floor, I got no problem with that. Let's make him his league.
LeBron, and similar to what Dan was asking you, but Fizz said, he hates that these performances that you're putting out on a nightly basis are being wasted on losses. Malik just said, that the rest of the team hates it as much as anyone else. Is there any frustration on your part that you're doing all this, right? Like you've been able to do so much on a nightly basis throughout this stretch, and that it's not enough for the group?
It is what it is. I go back and watch the film and see if there was ways and opportunities I could have been, a step sooner or a step, faster to a loose ball or to a rebound or, had a couple of turnovers tonight. If it was an opportunity, if I didn't have 3 turnovers, or maybe 1, because we've been a lot better offensively. So, I mean, like I said, I try to do my part while I'm on the floor. Carry the load. Do a little bit of both sides, and just try to lead by example, and also lead with my voice. And it's been obviously been difficult throughout the stretch, but that won't stop me. I'm gonna continue to do what I'm doing.
LeBron, now that we're sort of a week into you playing center on a much more extended basis, I'm just curious physically how that's gone. Guys sometimes talk about the extra sort of like leaning and banging and stuff like that. Have you felt any of that? And I guess, what have you liked about those lineups?
No, I don't feel anything. I've come out over the last couple of weeks, feeling pretty good besides stepping on Jay Crowder's foot the other day. But as far as me playing the 5 defensively or playing the 1 offensively, I feel great. I really do.
Ron, Merry Christmas. To go philosophical on you, the fact that you guys were down 23 and made a game of it in the 4th, is there any lesson there in terms of where you are at this stage of the season, that you can still make a season out of it?
Well, I think I'm looking forward to watching the film tomorrow when we come in as a group, see why it went to 23 and see why we were able to get into it and get back into the game and tie the game up with like 40-some seconds to go. So, if there's reasons or ways that we cannot dig ourselves such a bad hole, then we don't have to come back from those moments. But it was good to just see the character. Melo brought us all together and said, listen, man, we need to go out and show some character. In the 4th quarter, I think when they went up 23, and we all responded. And we responded with a flurry. We just weren't able to get over the hump.
Last question, Claudia on Zoom.
LeBron, we obviously know that he dropped when he was also tonight. We saw a lot of the new guys actually trying to help out. With everything that's been going on through the short starter, how important is the foundation? How do you describe that patient?
Well, I'm not a very patient person, obviously, but under the circumstances, obviously, without our head coach, without our head coach, and tonight we finally got a couple of our key guys back, but we're still missing a few. You just try to stay, even keel, and obviously this losing streak is not something that none of us want, but nobody's gonna feel sorry for you. No one's gonna feel sorry for our record, or nobody's gonna feel sorry for guys out, because everybody, besides I think like Golden State and Phoenix, everybody has guys out. So you just gotta, when you get your opportunity, you get your number called, just make the most of it, and go out and play our system. And it's even challenging for some of the new guys, because they haven't been in the system long enough to know exactly what we want to execute. But tonight they just played hard. DC came in, played extremely hard. Obviously, Stanley came in, and then also Malik, even though he's been a part of our system, been out for 2 weeks. So it was just good to have that energy that we was able to give our fans, and our fans just give it back to us.